I like the way Craig put this list together, so we're gonna do it in the order of the song drops. So if we do it that way, we're gonna give our scores on who won and who lost these rounds. Like That versus First Person Shooter. Who you get at round two?
Like That.
Okay, I'm gonna get it Like That too. Reason why that's gonna be the first round, because that was a feature track. Both of them threw their shots, you know what I'm saying, on the feature, so we're gonna compare that one. I also gave Like That.
What's the name? Didn't you know what it was? Because as soon as you said that, I thought about it. I don't think Drake at least threw no shots at Kendrick on First Person Shooter. I think it was some stuff that was perceived as shots.
Oh, he threw shots. His writers threw shots.
Okay.
It was some shots.
I would hope not, because that was a trash verse. I just can't get over
when he's talking the shots.
Some 2-year-olds. What did he say about the 2-year-olds at Christmas?
From January to December, it's just me and Cole.
It's just me and Cole.
That's what I'm saying. Which I believe this, Kendrick was supposed to be on that song, because that makes certain things J. Cole said make sense.
Yeah.
And he wasn't on that song, and I feel like Drake was throwing shots at him about not being on that song.
Okay.
So it was definitely shots tossed at Kendrick, but Kendrick shot wasn't. He jabbed Kendrick, and Kendrick threw an uppercut at him with Like That. I'm not finna play with you, bro. No, your best work is a light pack. When I realized that was a bar for the Daylight, when you told me that, I had to research it, and Daylight has been claiming that for years. Like, I wrote that record, the back-to-back record.
So it's like this against
that one bar. That got Kendrick that round regardless. Like, that's a fire bar. The best work is a light pack. Because I thought he was just saying, like, what you do is light. Like, I can do that.
Too.
Nah,
I thought that too until I heard that, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's what everybody
he got that round.
Saying about that. And then, because everybody was trying to figure out what did he mean when he said back-to-back, we'll get back to that. Yeah. And I was like, wait, he talking about that? But
he get that round. All right, Push Ups and Taylor Made versus Euphoria and 616 in LA. Who you get that round to?
I'm giving that to Euphoria and 616 in LA, only because if we doing the tag team, that's a 2-on-1. Because Taylor Made was extra trash to me personally. Now Push Ups is fire. I ain't heard Push Ups in a while just because I don't want to spoil my next one, but better stuff happened. But Push Ups is still fire. I'm not gonna do a breakdown of the lyrics and the content. The way I like my Drake is out the microwave. So I'm cool with when I get the Hot Pocket. I'm not expecting the Hot Pocket to be a gourmet meal. So that's how I like to have my Drake. Out the microwave, give me the easy stuff, make the next hit, make me dance or whatever. So I get that with Push Ups, and that's why I like it. Lyrically, whatever. But since we got to break it down lyrically, Euphoria. Plus, I like 616 and Euphoria versus Taylor Made was extra trash to me. Oh, my God.
All right, so Push Ups to me was fire. I like Push Ups, and Push Ups Push Ups is one of my favorite tracks through this whole thing. Push Ups was fire to me. Taylor Made, I never thought the song was fire. What I thought this song was a good angle. I like the angle Drake used of having his mentors and his idols speak to him to get him into the battle, because Kendrick seemingly was dragging his feet. And Drake was trying to we get to that. But I think both of them had these songs in pocket. So Drake had things in pocket that he definitely wanted to drop, and he wanted Kendrick to get in the battle. And I think Kendrick doing it at the pace he did it made Drake put that record out that he shouldn't have put out. I don't think Taylor Made should have ever been put out. And I mean, it's taken off of the DSPs and all that now, but it should have never got put out. But it is, so we got to count it. Euphoria is a better song than Push Ups to me, because the second beat switch is my favorite thing of this entire battle. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite song of the entire battle. And on top of that, 616 in LA is much better than Taylor Made. So that's like a 30 piece. That round is almost like a 10-8 round. Like that round was clear Kendrick.
Pod Gab, we getting back Pod Dab. It's probably Pod Gab. Anyway, we get into that definitely. I want to get through this so I can talk about these latest ones because yeah.
All right, so
baited, whatever. Anyway,
after those, then the next batch we got is Family Matters versus Meet the Grams. How you had that one scored?
Easily Family Matters, man. I'm you know me, man. Kendrick fan. You see the shirt. I wish I had a Kendrick shirt to wear, but I had the rep for the West today. But yeah, easily Family Matters, man. That boy was rapping on there. The content on there, it was a little shaky. You can't go start in talking about. I mean, that boy said one. Kendrick said one line about. I know some stuff about you that'll make Gunna wanna look like a saint, and he keep talking about. Yeah, if you can't catch me snitching, somebody robbed me one time, but I didn't snitch. I didn't snitch though. He keeps saying that. It's like I said that one time. What about all the other stuff? So I didn't like how he started with that. He brought that in there. I don't like how in the first part he did the slaves. What he say? You always rapping like you trying to get the slaves freed. That was bruh. Why we gotta be slaves, man? I don't like that. I didn't like that line. How he used that. It shows how he was tone deaf to the culture. I didn't appreciate that at all. That's exactly what Kendrick was talking about, and I'm sure that's what Kendrick wanted to hear. So, but once you get to that second part, that flow, I ain't heard that flow ever. Oh man, that boy. Hey, kudos to those other two people on the writing credits, man. Them whoever told him rap like that, crazy. But he went crazy. I'm sure he had something to do with the pen too. So shout out to him. He went crazy on there. I liked it content wise. I don't believe none of it. I think he a liar. I do believe Kendrick more, but the verse was fire, and the third verse too. So Family Matters is better than that. Meet the Grams is good, lyric wise on what he's saying. Beat wise, it takes me if I'm listening to these in this like a beef album, a diss back and forth album. I'm probably skipping Meet the Grams after I hear it once or twice, because once I get I don't want to say that. That sound like something a girl would say. Once I get the information from what he's saying on there, then I'm probably don't need to hear the song again, because the beat ain't got repetitive value for me. So that Family Matters easy on that.
So look, I ain't gonna have to take that long to say this. Family Matters 10-8 rounds this one to me, because Meet the Grams is not good to me. It's really not good to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like you spilling the tea about the fact that this man might have a kid out here that we don't know of. First off, I don't care about none of these celebrities and they kids, bro. Like I really don't. Now, if I know for a fact like you a bad dad, you know what I'm saying, then I probably not gonna support you, because I just don't like bad dads. But like you can't be on a song with Future doing like that, and Future is kind of known that he don't necessarily take care of a lot of his kids the correct way. And you on a record with him, then you come with this angle of how Drake is a bad dad. It's like I'm not really feeling that angle. First off, I think that was a chatty patty angle. Like that was a real like girly. That was like too much tea for me when it came to that particular angle, especially if there's no proof. So then that alone, even whether it was true or not at that point to me, it didn't even matter. Like I really just didn't like the angle of you having an 11-year-old daughter. But Family Matters is fire. I like all three beat switches. I love the second beat switch. I love the drop joint, and I like the third. The third beat switch might be my favorite of all three of them. That whole song I've been playing. Like, so I like Family Matters. That's almost like a 10-8 round for Drake to me, because that's like a knockdown round. It's not even comparable to me. Yeah. I shout out to Alchemist, but like I don't like that beat for Meet the Grams at all. I like the angle that he was trying to take, but because I don't know if this is true or not, and then we'll get to this last round where it's obviously not true. So it's like, it makes me not like that song even that much more. So I'm going to give that a 10-8 round for Drake too. And that takes us to the final round. Heart Part 6 versus Not Like Us. Who you get this round to?
Man, bro, I've been trying to learn how to crip walk. I thought about becoming a 40-year-old gangbanger just so they could teach me how to crip walk, just so I can crip walk to this song. That song is incredible. When I first heard it, I was like, man, this is beef time, man. We don't need none of this poppy stuff, none of this blah, blah, blah. And then after I kept hearing it, I'm like, wait a minute, man. You know, hold on, man. And then I started listening. Yeah, then I started listening to what he was saying, and then I start understanding just same way with Meet the Grams, that concept. Yeah, maybe it missed the mark beat wise as far as replay value, but what he did in the lyrics, okay, I get it. This one though, if you want to go concept, you made a summer banger, possible summer banger. The whole song is not only dissing you, but calling you a PDF file downloader, and now everybody finna be singing that and dancing to it? That's crazy. He out Drake. They got chants in the song and everything. Easily the best song that we got out of all of this. That's how I feel about it. And I love the fact that he took that whole third verse to address the slave bar, because I feel like it's a lot of stuff in the battles and stuff that nobody is acknowledging, even in the Heart Part 6. And the slave bar, I think people were skipping over a lot of reactors or whatever, and that was just super tone deaf for him to say. And I'm glad that Kendrick acknowledged that in the third verse and broke down why we say that about you, or why at least Kendrick say that about you, and you feel like a colonizer. As far as the Heart Part 6, man, it wasn't what he thought it was. I feel like he wasted the title. Like, if he really would have been coming with some fire, that's a great move to call it the Heart Part 6. That's a great move, because you battling the beef. Everything that he said was like, not okay. He might not have a daughter or whatever. I get that, and that is a strike on Kendrick. You, like, with the lies and everything. Even if the other stuff that you're saying can be from more of a real place than this random daughter, then that is kind of bogus to say he got a daughter if that's not true. Now, if it does come out to be true, then Kendrick, we got to give him his props, because we got to remember he did say this about Adonis too. He said he didn't have no son, and then we have to finally fess up and say that he did. But anyways, that's beside the point, because I personally, at this point, don't believe Drake got another daughter, because I don't think he would do that 2 times. I just don't think he would do it. And if he do have a daughter, I don't think it's a secret daughter. It's a daughter he might not want us to know about, but he knows.
That's a silly angle. Like,
yeah, that's
if I'm a celebrity, if I'm Drake, why would I want everybody knowing where my people can use that against you? People can, like.
So that's why I believe
that's a silly angle. I just don't even like
he's not a deadbeat, because I don't believe that he would not take care of his kid 2 times. I do think that some of the stuff he's saying about Kendrick is missing the mark. Like, I don't believe that the Dave Free stuff. It sound cool, and it's a good thing to throw in the internet. I think he playing a lot of internet games, because that's what he battling against a lot too. Even in this response, it's a lot of battling the narrative on the internet and a lot of defense. One thing I really think that he missed the mark on, if somebody calling you a predator and saying you do all of this stuff, the last thing you will want to do is play around or poke any type of fun at any type of essay stuff, especially involving kids, because you poking fun at the Mother May I stuff that Kendrick did, and you allege that Kendrick was apparently one of the victims of the situation, not knowing that if you listen to the album and understand stuff, he wasn't talking about him. He was saying that trauma from his mama and her upbringing made her think that happened to him, and even when he was saying no, it didn't, it still was traumatizing him, because in his mind, while it didn't happen to him, he thinking, why is that you even worried about that? Now I'm thinking, so he was going through that type of stuff. The whole, if Whitney leave, like, he getting all of, my point being, all the info you getting about Kendrick is from Kendrick, from the album, from other gossip, stuff like that. So I feel like he's looking like he's scrambling, he's spiraling, and for that reason, that's why the Heart Part 6 just didn't really hit for me like that. Kendrick could still name a track the Heart Part 6, and it's gonna be fire. Like, you didn't really do nothing.
I mean, I feel like when it comes to this round, just to go to some of the points you was making, like I said, this wasn't a fair battle, and one of the reasons is that people were saying, and just to get to this round, people were saying, like, oh, we don't want to hear the bop, we just want to hear Drake rap, right? We want to hear Drake rap. Kendrick said narratives. Kendrick ain't got no proof of the narratives that he put out, but people still rock with it. They just, oh, yep, Drake messed with little girls, Drake do this, Drake do that. They took all the narratives as true. Now, here comes Drake with this track. I'm not giving you a bop. I'm going to rap. I'm going to tell you I set up a narrative that he used that's not true, and I'm also going to tell you these narratives I'm trying to paint, or whatever it is. But as I'm listening to that track, what I realize is, it don't even matter, Drake. It don't matter if what he said was a lie. It don't matter if what you saying is true. The community of hip hop has already spoken, said We don't want Drake. And it didn't matter what you said. It didn't matter what you proved. It didn't matter what he proved. It didn't matter, bro. The narratives that Kendrick painted, people was going to take as truth because that's the artist Kendrick is. Whether it was a lie or not, people expect the truth and they expect the stuff to stick to their bones, bro, from Kendrick. And they don't expect that from Drake. So the fact that you tried to come out with and I believe he probably did, like, oh, this is another thing, too. People were saying, like, oh, well, he contradicted himself. He said, you know, after people you getting information from, they clowns and this and that. No, when he was discussing when it came to that, he was talking about the people that was telling you that he told. He was trying to say those the clowns you got wrong information from. But as far as the 11-year-old daughter, that was information we fed you thinking you would use that angle. But this is what I'll say about this whole battle. Whether that's true or not, Kendrick was clipped up. When you listen to them songs, listen to these songs, and first off, this round, I'm going to give it to Not Like Us, but I'm going to tell you why about that too. This particular round, what you got to see was Kendrick was very strategic in every last song he put out. When you go back and listen to them songs, some of them songs was already written, bro. I feel like Kendrick only went in there and changed a couple bars around. Those songs was there. And I seen an interview with Top earlier, pause, but he said, like, no, Kendrick had Not Like Us a month ago. He was waiting for this battle. Kendrick was prepped up the whole time. He might have changed a couple bars here and there. You know what I'm saying? He changed a couple things here and there for all of those songs. But if you listen to those songs, you can hear the parts of the song that was already there. You can remember I said I was like, yo, that first half of the 616, like, it was just gibberish. That had nothing to do with Drake. That was kind of like just stuff that was there, and then he added to it and made it a Drake
that
diss.
I can believe.
You can hear it in the songs. It's a couple of them you can hear it in, but it's like it don't matter. It don't matter what the process was to get you here. What that tells me is he beat Drake at his own game, like Craig said. He played chess with Drake. I know what I'm going to do. I know what you're going to react to, and I'm going to already have the skeleton of these songs already ready. Like that Not Like Us sound like he had that in the pocket. Oh, you came up with these club records and you think you good? I'm finna give the West Coast an anthem. He gave them an anthem, and even if, like, I didn't like the song when I first heard it, I'm like, yo, this trash. This ain't really my vibe. But the more I've heard that song, if I was on the West Coast, bro, I'd be bopping out to that joint. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
It's
so West Coast.
And once I realized that, like, wait a minute.
It's a different pop. It ain't supposed to be
for me, and it's not supposed to be
for me.
But
when you take it in as it's a West Coast joint,
I start listening. I'm like, oh, I bet they loving that over there.
I'm starting to like it.
It only took about 3 listens. It's just that when I'm ready, I'm in beef mode. I'm ready for something. I'm like, all right, he about to hit me with something heavy. So when I hear that, I wasn't expecting Kendrick to drop a club track for me. So that's why when it hit my ears the first couple times, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, once I heard what he was saying and then realized, like, oh, he Drake,
bro.
Wow.
He draked them on multiple fronts.
Yeah.
The public opinion.
Oh man.
He out Drake.
I cannot.
The big club record. Because even though I love Family Matters, Not Like Us is bigger than all them records.
And
bro.
that's what I was saying. That's why I haven't heard Push-Ups yet. I mean, again, really, because when I want to go back to hearing the Drake fire, I just go back to Family Matters and then go to Not Like Us again. And I'm just back and forth between them two. To be fair, I don't listen to Meet the Grams, and I don't even listen to 616 like that no more.
Me neither.
Repeat-wise. But when I'm riding, let me play Family Matters and then get right into Not Like Us. But because those the two bops that I want to hear. And back to the lyrics on Push-Ups, it's like I said it before, it's a lot of filler. It's just, and what's the name is filler too, a lot of it. But it sounds really good. He's flowing it really good.
The reality
He's flowing it way better than he did on Push-Ups.
The reality of the situation is this. If we
incredible.
being honest, the reality of the situation is this. When all this stuff blow over, Family Matters will still get played and people will still turn up when that come on, and Euphoria and Not Like Us will still get played. Those two joints is going to stand the test of time. So if nothing else, that makes Kendrick take the win 2-1. Because Kendrick made 2 records that's going to actually stand the test of time, and Drake made one that's going to stand the test of time. Family Matters will get played 10 years from now. People going to be turned up. And so will Not Like Us, and so will Euphoria. So just by that standard alone, Kendrick get the win. And he thought I was being biased. I thought Drake was winning, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. But the public opinion matters. Like they said, all things matter. And you can't, even though I'm not like us, wasn't my favorite joint on here, it's growing on me, and it's already like, it's everywhere, bro. People playing it at the sporting events already. On the West Coast, they in the club, they turned up. You can't take the hit away from him, bro. You can't, he made a hit. You can't take it away from him. And like you said, people is dancing on Drake's unalived body, bro. They are out here
on what they call it, on Drake's proverbial grave.
Man, they are walking on that boy.